Heyo everyone, I'm here. After watching the video from Tuck Almighty about how the Fun Gang versus Occult Club isn't close, that got my autistic gears turning in my brain. Could the Fun Gang beat Team Sonic? Just like Tucka's video, we will cover character by these segments. Leader versus leader, brute versus brute, smarts versus smarts, support versus support, and ending with who has the better arsenal. After all that, we will rally it up and see who will win in a fight, Fun Gang or Team Sonic. Let's get into it. First, let's start with leader versus leader, Chris versus Sonic. Now, this is an interesting fight given we're putting all characters at their strongest. Chris would have the soul, meaning they'd have us. Given by Tucka's video, we are able to give all our info to Chris. So, a Sonic fan like me would know everything about Sonic, giving Chris a slight advantage. Sonic is a fast speedster, but his whole thing being to go fast and deal heavy damage. His gimmick being collecting coins and using those to tank damage, though some will argue it's not actually canon. Sonic Prime shows it, so it's canon for this analysis. Sonic's abilities are all over the place, from spin dashes to shock waves from his kicks, but it's nothing new to Chris or the player. So what about Super Sonic? It may be a stretch, but I think Chris can handle Super Sonic no problem. But as stated by a Reddit post made by Kawa Official, they said yes, the Chaos Emeralds are an infinite source of energy. But because of all that energy, Sonic's body ends up overloading with all the power and can't maintain for a long time, as stated by Sonic Channel. If this is correct, Chris or the player can keep Sonic on the ropes until his super form runs out or until Sonic passes out due to the power. But of course, Sonic has other transformations, and they all also have a time limit, if Sonic has one. That was anticlimactic. Anyways, I think Chris has a fair shot at beating Sonic. With their whole arsenal, Chris stands fairly against Sonic. Chris wins. It's time for Barney the Dinosaur's emo ripoff versus the guy who doesn't chuckle. It's Susie versus Knuckles. Now, this fight was hard to figure out. Susie is the brute and slight healer of the team, and that's what I think gives her the advantage over Knuckles. Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald and the last of his tribe. Susie is a brute who thinks no one else cares about her, while she cares for everyone else. The only thing that gives Susie an advantage is the one and only Gerson. Gerson is one tough as heck foe, even for Susie. Given Susie was trained by Gerson, she'd have picking up on some of his techniques. Given Knuckles would be focused on Susie, it's either Knuckles is gonna make Susie so mad she overpowers him, or Susie gets overpowered, gets mad, and overpowers Knuckles. Though Knuckles might be careful with his words, maybe. But the one thing that gives Susie her first roadblock is the Flames of Disaster. Knuckles, having flame powers, now might make trouble for Susie and a future character. Not to mention, Susie isn't the fastest, as Knuckles is able to keep up with Sonic. But given Susie is more powerful than Chris, I don't think if she'd be able to beat Knuckles. I'm giving the dub to Knuckles. This will come in play later. It's a deer versus fox. It's Noel Holiday versus Tails the Fox. I'm so sorry, Tails fans, but he's being turned into a popsicle. Given we're putting the characters at their best, we got a full leveled up Snowgrave and Noel. Who knows Snowgrave? For those who don't know, Snowgrave is a one-shot AoE move. Think of a Pokemon one-hit KO move, but with 100% accuracy. Saying that, we already know it's over for Tails, and recently found out by Tunka Full power Snowgrave Noelle is stronger than Chapter 4 base Fungang, Susie, Chris, and Rousey, which is surprising due to this. This means Noelle is at least stronger than the Roaring Knight, who is strong enough to make multiple dark fountains, which are otherworldly gates to other dark worlds. It's crazy. So if Noelle is stronger than that, then that's a problem for Tails, who only has inventions that will be frozen. Tails is very intelligent, but the thing holding him back is the fact he's a pussy. He's super scared and will be caught off guard. The last thing Tails will hear is proceed and snow sounds. Noelle wins. For the semi-final round, we have Rousey versus Amy Rose. Now, I'm sorry, but this segment might not be long. Given Rousey is basically weak in attack, Amy isn't and wields a hammer the weight of a truck. This is basically a nuke versus a pebble. Amy being the nuke, Rousey being the pebble. Rousey is sadly getting his butt kicked in by Amy. Rousey may be strong, but let's remember that Amy will get mad when Sonic is injured. When she's mad, she's deadly. Amy wins. The thing that will decide this is the friend/teammates. Team Sonic has a lot of friends like Cream the Rabbit or Shadow the Hedgehog, but the thing that puts them at a disadvantage is one single character on Fungang's side. Well, multiple, but it's the secret bosses, Jevil, Spamton, and Gerson. These characters put the deciding factor, given how powerful they are. They make a lot of Sonic's friends look like a dog walk, but let's not forget the mech Fungang has. Due to it matching Fungang's power level, Noelle is there too, so it's gonna be tough to bring down. The winner of the category is Fungang. Looking at it all in my research and all the points, it all tallied up, and the winner is Fungang. Due to their wacky antics and serious nature, my research shows that Fungang will beat all of Team Sonic. They might be carried by Noelle though. Well, that's my video on who'd win this fight. This is my first essay video, so don't expect it to be good. That'll be all. Signing out. Peace!